Today I'm taking a look at a mall that's not quite dead yet. It's the Buckland Hills Mall in Manchester, Connecticut.
I'm not dead!
Yeah, he says he's not dead.
Yes, he is. I'm not!
As far as indoor malls go, this mall is fairly new. It was built in 1990. Originally it was called the Pavilions at Buckland Hills. And then in 2003 it became officially the Buckland Hills Mall. And then shortly thereafter it became the Shops at Buckland Hills. But I think everybody I know just calls it the Buckland Hills Mall. I used to come here a lot back in the 1990s and a little bit into the early 2000s. But since then I've probably only been here maybe 5 times in the last 20 years. I just don't really go to malls anymore other than to film them for videos, honestly. But this section of the mall is where I used to shop almost all the time. Right here on the right, this used to be a pet store back in the day. I think that closed sometime in the 90s, but this was a pet store. On the right side here, there were cages lining the wall all the way to the back, full of puppies and kittens, I remember. And then straight across here, straight ahead behind that sign, used to be the electronics boutique store, which eventually turned into GameStop. But I used to get all my computer games in there, probably from the early to mid 90s up until the late 90s when I graduated from college. This Newberry Comics here, I think that used to be a Suncoast video store, or maybe Hollywood Video. I think it was Suncoast, and then maybe it became Hollywood Video. I forget exactly the timeline of everything here. Now, if memory serves me correctly, to the left of the T-Mobile store there used to be Babbage's computer store, which was similar to Electronics Boutique, and I used to get a lot of computer games there too. This trampoline thing here has been here for at least a few years, but I think every time I've been in here, it's been closed. So I don't know if it's only open on special occasions or what. From what I've read, there's currently about 145 stores and restaurants open in the mall, and there's honestly not too many vacancies here. I didn't count them, but I would say there were maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 closed storefronts here. I could be off on that number, but a very small percentage of the stores are actually closed. So this is definitely not a dead mall yet, but there's definitely signs that it may be dying. For example, a couple of the original anchor stores, Sears and Dick's Sporting Goods, both closed in 2021. Some other big stores like American Eagle and Hollister also closed in 2021. Currently, the remaining anchor stores are Macy's, which was originally a G. Fox and then Filene's, and JCPenney and Barnes & Noble. And from what I've read, a lot of JCPenney and Macy's stores are closing around the country, so I really wouldn't be surprised if those 2 anchor stores close within the next 5 years. So that's my prediction. In the next 5 years, those anchor stores will be closed. Barnes & Noble, I'm not sure, because it's really the only remaining actual physical bookstore that I know of in the area, but I would not be shocked if that closed either. So we'll see. I'll try to do updates on this mall every year, maybe, and we'll see what happens. Now, I did have to add background music to this video because there is copyrighted music playing in the background of the mall, and to avoid YouTube giving me a copyright claim or a copyright strike, I do have to add this music in, and hopefully it'll drown out that copyrighted music. Now, one thing I like to avoid actually when I'm in a mall like this filming is to avoid security, because they could potentially ask me to stop filming. Luckily, the security guards here are all wearing bright yellow vests, which I saw straight ahead there, so I had to cover up my camera and take some evasive action, but I got past them, and from then on I was keeping an eye out. You could see them from a distance, so if they were on one side, I crossed to the other side. Everything went fine. Here's yet another entrance to Macy's. I didn't count them, but I think there's like 4 or 5 different areas that Macy's takes up in this mall. Kind of feels like every anchor store here is Macy's. This is pretty cool here. This is almost a full-fledged arcade, which you don't see much anymore at all. This is definitely one of the bigger mall arcades I've seen in a long time. And it's fully automated. There's nobody in here. I was a little bit afraid that there would be an attendant in here that didn't want me filming, but no, there's not a single person in here. There's just a token machine, and that's it. And of course, there's nobody playing the games either, which is kind of sad, but not surprising. And it's more than just crane machines here. They actually have legit video games. So that's good to see. It's not good to see that nobody's here, though. Now, if you're wondering why I'm going back the way I came, I'm doing a full loop, so I'm going to go down each side on both levels here. So it's going to be pretty much a complete walkthrough of the mall. Not really sure what this store or restaurant is here on the right. The way it almost looks like a ride at Disney, honestly. So I really don't know what that is. There was a sign there, but I don't know. I wasn't really sure what it was saying. And up above there on the second level there, Carousel and Cafe, that is the food court, and we'll get there in just a few minutes. I love these kiddie rides here, but I never see anybody using them. Same thing with these candy machines. You see these at every mall. I never see anybody going up to them and getting candy out of them. I would have to imagine some of that candy's been in there for years. Now on the right here, this is the Funny Bone Comedy Club and Restaurant, and I've heard of that. I'm pretty sure I've heard of it. I just never knew it was here for some reason. This definitely was not here in the 90s. I don't know when that moved in. I filmed this on a Tuesday afternoon around 2 p.m., so I was kind of surprised there were so many people here. I was thinking it would be a lot less busy than it was, so I guess that's a pretty good sign that this place isn't going to be closing anytime in the near future. And straight ahead there you can see that was the Sears on the first and second level. And again, that's been closed since 2021. And now let's go on upstairs and see what's on the second level. Now, if I remember correctly, that track 23 there used to be a collectibles store, and then also, I think it was a Sam Goody's music store. Or maybe Sam Goody's was in where the shoe department is. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure it was in that general area that was Sam Goody's. Now, this Spencer's Gifts has been here definitely since the 90s. I remember that for sure. They've changed their sign, though, but that was definitely there. I used to go there quite often. And I think the other store I used to go to a lot was Sharper Image, which I don't remember where that was. I think it was on this floor, maybe a little bit further back on the left, I think. It's all kind of fuzzy now. I could be wrong, but I think the Sharper Image and Brookstone were right around here in this general area on the left. Alright, so here's the food court. I rarely used to come to the food court, so I'm not sure if the restaurants are the same or not. They're probably not. But they do have a decent selection here, so this is definitely a very active food court, and I would definitely recommend coming out to take a look at it. Now, straight ahead there, you'll see a carousel. To the best of my recollection, back in the 90s, that was an arcade, like an actual video game arcade, and there was a wall up here where the carousel was. There was a wall, and right where the stairs are here, I think this was an entrance to get into the arcade. That's my recollection. I'm really not sure when they added this carousel. It was here the last time I was here, which was maybe a couple years ago, but it wasn't here before that. And I'm also pretty sure this play area was not there back in the 90s. It's a nice looking carousel though. I've always considered this to be a safe mall in a generally safe area, but just a couple weeks ago, in I think it was late August of 2022, a security officer got shot when I guess there was some guy shoplifting. The security guard chased after him, and the guy ended up shooting the security guard. The security guard was injured, of course, but he did not die, as far as I know. So that's good. But something to be aware of. You know, nowadays, pretty much nowhere is safe. But as far as malls go in general, I would still generally consider this to be a safe mall. I think that was a one-off event, hopefully. This straight ahead here, I believe, used to be the entrance to Dick's Sporting Goods. And there you have it. That is the Buckland Hills Mall in Manchester, Connecticut. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I do plan to do some more mall videos in the near future, and also, of course, flea market videos and some abandoned type videos. And also, if people want, I could come back this winter and do some video of the mall with all the holiday decorations up. I was thinking that might be fun to do. So, again, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.